Let's all clap for Mr. Rakesh Kumar. Mr. Rakesh, before I leave the stage, I'm quite a glib talker. So I have climbed not Mount Everest, but Everest Kanchenjunga I've done. So that was an amazing 10 days experience, and I'm sure how proud you must be feeling climbing the highest peak. Great. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for inviting me for this session. I think this is my first experience to sharing my experience with this audience. My journey basically started and belong from a very small place from Himachal, Hamirpur district, the place called Uhal. From that place I started journey in '93. And after 12th I joined the Indian Navy, and followed by, as a paramedic, I got a branch in paramedic, training as a paramedic, posted in various installations in the Indian Navy, Visakhapatnam and Bombay. As life go on and the training after that, means after training a little what should next for it, so then I joined Special Forces in the Navy, did my training and everything. After completion of my training, soon after that we deployed for the Kargil war. I was in the Kargil war during the boat was deploying for the Kargil operations. After coming back, I didn't have any experience about mountain or anything, but yes, I belong from Himachal, but my initial education in Punjab and then later high school and senior secondary school from Himachal. My father was in army. After Kargil came back, my CEO has asked me, Rakesh, let's go for a break, and we went for, there's a trip, Harki Dun trip is there in Uttarakhand. From there, and we went for the Kedarnath. So that moment changed my entire mindset, ki nahi, I have something else to do it also. From there I started doing my training. Even whenever I get my leave or anything, I used to go for all monitoring, all expedition and all. My CEO has asked me, Rakesh, will you interested in something do bigger, because of my CEO was moving from Western Naval Command to Delhi as a Chief of Naval Staff, Mr. Madhinder Singh. And then he said, Rakesh, in the world, there's no Navy has done any expedition to the mountain. Navy has only experience mostly in the sea, nothing to do with the mountain. But he said, Rakesh, we want to do something with the Navy for the mountain to reach on the Everest, put the naval sign on the top of the Everest. So we planned it. So around 60 people we selected from the various unit. All came to Bombay. Physical fitness test has been done. After that, we sent to all 60 people have been sent to the Siachen. From 60, 20 people got selected after Siachen Battle School, after the winter training and everything. Before going to the Everest expedition, we did 2 more expeditions in India only. The second highest peak of India, that's called Mount Kamet, and Mount Abigamet. We climbed that before expedition. Then in winter, after summer, another expedition we did in 2003, Mount Sasar Kangri, which is in Karakoram range. So that expedition we did it, which is most difficult peak. They are the 4 sisters Sasar Kangri all together. After that peak, in 2004, Everest expedition flagged off on 28 March in 2004 from Delhi, and my leader has decided we have to climb from different side, which is most difficult side. Usually Everest has 4 directions to climb: south, and we choose from the north side, which is the most difficult side. And we from here moved from 28 March to Nepal, Kathmandu, and by road we went to Lhasa in Tibet, and we reached to the base camp in that area. After reaching the base camp, we started. There are people around 26 country climber from the different country are there in the base camp. The next one. Yes. So this is the basically this is the side of north side of the Mount Everest. So the base camp is around 7,000 feet height at the base camp. So it took us to open the route and complete the expedition in 50 days. So we started from the base camp with the meeting with the other country members to opening the route and everything. It took us to open the route around 30 odd days to set the camp in each levels. So we have the camp. You can see the camp in advanced phase, north, call, and these 4 camp we have to set. So we divided the team in a different manners. 4 teams we divided. So 4 teams will start from the top, means from the base camp till advanced base camp, from advanced base camp till north call, then camp 1 and camp 2. Then you have to come back to the base camp and then wait for the window period. How are you going to be again to restart the expeditions after completion on top of the Everest. Can you switch to the slide next? This is the Kathmandu airport. This is my colleague Bhanu, Dr. Bhanu. He is now started his own hospital in Kullu, Bhanu Hospital. He is a surgeon, basically surgical specialist. We both climbed together Everest. We did all training together, and we both reached. He is the first Indian to be reached on the Everest climber, and I'm the first submariner and paratrooper to be on Everest, and the first naval person from the world Navy, basically. This is a basically base camp picture where we put our camps and everything, and used to climb small peak before climbing to acclimatize ourselves at the base camp. So nearby, whatever the small peaks are there, so usually every day we go and climb and come back to the base camp. You can see that our naval ensign in the Indian flag is there on top. This is the interim between base camp and advanced base camp. We have this another camp in between that. Next slide, please. Till interim camp, all the yak and everything load can take by the yak only. And you can mean to say all shift your logistic and everything through yak till the interim camp. This is the terrain. This is basically Rumshuk Glacier, which is around 25 kilometers from the advanced base camp to the base camp. The distance between the advanced campus to base camp is about 22 kilometers. During that, these pictures are basically still camera we used to do that time. There's no video camera. We have only one video camera, but because of the battery life is very difficult. So the whole camera in 2004. So that's the picture we take picture of. This is the North Pole basically. From the North Pole, why it's called North Pole? There's a 2 mountain on the other side, transcend and Mount Everest. In between the 2 places where the camp is there. So these are the camp you can see on that side, various other climber also from that side. This is the range between North Pole and Camp 2. This picture of 26 April 2004. We started morning. I just want to share this my experience on 26 April. Morning 7 o'clock, weather was completely fine, everything is very nice. and we said we will go to Camp 1 and hopefully within 5 hours we will reach to the Camp 1. In a halfway around after 1.5 hours, the weather went bad. The wind speed is more than 100 miles. Around 8 climbers had lost their life on 26 April during these expeditions. Not my team, any member of my team, but my 2 members had frostbite and chilblains. So they lost 2. One guy lost 1 finger, another one has a back injury. Had to bring down from the camp on the way to back to the base camp. Around 9:30, weather went very bad on that day, and I thought it's going to be fine after 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, but it didn't. It's gone till 4 o'clock, 4:30, and I anchor myself. After seeing a few climbers lost their life while because of the gradient of that slope is about 70 to 80 degrees. So I anchor myself. From 9:30 till 4 o'clock, I was just remembering all my gods, whatever is there, and one of my colleagues is also anchored. We both anchored together. So that's the team called bonding each other, trusting on each other, and putting our heads in between our sack and sitting on that for almost 7 to 8 hours. And the temperature is minus 30, minus 32. This is the Camp 3. This is the last camp. On this camp height is about 8,000 meter. This I mean to say 5 mountains are there on this height. This is the 2 picture which usually call this place called for the death zone. You might be heard about if somebody have watched the Everest movie, I think. So this is a place called death zone. So a lot of climbers on this place lost their life. I met one of, not met, I can say, after when I was climbing from Camp 3 till the step 1, there's a one person sitting. You cannot say that he is alive or person is died. He's Assistant Commandant Surinder Singh, who from the BSF. 94 they take the expedition for the Everest, but unfortunately the team has completely lost their all the climbers during that expedition 94. So you can imagine after 10 years also that person is sitting in that place. Only you can recognize with their dresses, with the torn off, and the sack is on the right side and sitting on that place in that. We started from the Camp 3 for midnight around 1:30 to reach, because after seeing our fitness and everything, how much going to take time to reach the summit. So we decided in 6 hours we were able to reach on top of it, everything go well. But some country like South Korea and other US team, they started, some people started 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, how this. So when you climbing especially from the Camp 3 till summit, you can't pass through the person, because it's only one person can walk through in that way. With the rope, only one single rope we have fixed for the climbing on that one. Can you take back one slide, please? This is the step 1, and then step 2 is here. The Chinese letter also fixed after our expedition in this place. So we can see the second one. The first one is myself, and the second one is Dr. Bhanu in that picture. Next slide, please. This is a ridge. Basically, you have to turn around and then reach to the summit, on top of the ridge. Next slide. From the ridge, you can see the base camp, the North Pole. You can see in that place. The red mark is the basically base camp is there in that. Next slide, please. This is on top of Everest. Me and Bhanu on the picture, and one more person from the Greece, who you can see the Greece flag is there. So we, three of us, the first seasoned climber during that 2004 expeditions. And I felt climbing it mountain, I don't know, because I always believe the mountain always call you, you cannot go on the mountains. My journey started from the Kedarnath, so I have a lot of belief in Himalayas, and since I'm a little religious on particular this reason, and wherever, even I was Siachen posted for 5 times in Siachen Middle School. I got extra my fitness and everything on high altitude. You can see I didn't use my oxygen, nothing. I removed my oxygen, everything. Hardly I use my oxygen from Camp 3 till Mushroom Rock. I kept my cylinder in that place only, just carry reserve one for in case something is required, then I will use it. So that's how is the life. But it's all blessing of the God. You can't challenge any mountain because of, I met a lot of climbers from Austria, from Italy. They're one of the best climbers in the world. But after seeing them, I said, they are so fit guys. They climb on the one finger on the rock. But I still feel that, we also were the best. But I seen when we reached the high altitude, Camp 3 and Camp 4, I can see their situation and how they are. Because of, I think we got trained in Siachen battle through army, and that's kind of environment we have and so much the training. So we able to survive in that kind of conditions. But after seeing these people from other country, they are really a lot of face challenge in that place. And climbing in a mountain is just only when they want, then only you can reach it. Many fit people. One of my best man from the team, he's from Uttarakhand, but she's not able to reach to even North Pole. Just got hypo and came back to the base camp. So it's all, yes, fitness is there, your hard work is definitely there, but that's what belief is there in Himalaya, that is very important. You have to be very close to that, and you have to respect that nature. That should be very true. Many people come from many places to reach on that place, but only the few people can reach on that place. These are my team members. We are 20 people, including the logistic team. So we able to 5 people able to reach. We divide the team in 3 groups. First group, me and Bhanu and Vikas. Vikas is the youngest one who's climbed Everest. He is the first peak, only the Everest who climbed it. Before that, he didn't have any training, nothing. He's the youngest one from the naval side. So he is the one. Along with us, the 3 of us reach on top of 18 May 2004. And the second team, B team, is Abhishek Kankan. He was team leader for the next group. And the third team couldn't able to, because the weather is gone bad, and came back, everyone came back from the third teams.
So, thank you, and you've always been inspiring for me. I met Rakesh way back in 2012 at Lalit, Bangalore. Yes. He was working as a facility head, a security head for that ITC Lalit. And actually, he's a batchmate of my brother-in-law. So I was not aware, after meeting such a personality, he doesn't speak much about himself. So when my brother-in-law told that he has done this, he has done that, he has done that, I was thinking such a humble person, After meeting him, nobody can even imagine that he has done so many things. This is one part of it. He has done North Pole, he has done skiing to North Pole, he has done skiing to South Pole. He is the only, person from Navy who's done, on-flight delivery from Delhi to New York flight. So he's the guy who has done that. And one thing as an entrepreneur you can learn from this is, one is determination that I want to do this. Second is looking at the most peakest point. Now I'm not looking at a base camp, looking at the peak point. He talked about death danger also, right? Death zone also. He has gone there as well. So whatever risk entrepreneur need to take, that kind of risk, you can see in all this journey, you can, you can understand how you can correlate same with you. Sacrifice in terms of sacrificing the family. He has been alone after getting married, in Navy and then doing all these activities. You cannot keep your family with you, right? He has lived his dreams. He wants to, be at the top everywhere. He has been working with lot many corporate. You name the corporate, he might have worked there. Bajaj, Philips, ITC, Taj. He has himself, in Goa, one facility of Taj done by him only. Single-handedly, 2 years he was posted there, and he set up a big property for Taj over there. So he is such a charismatic personality, and he is not an officer, but he is from, non-officer of Nausena, and he is a Gallantry award winner also. So, guys, you can, understand what I would tell. People talk about, "Meri company choti hai." It's not about choti. How you dream about something. If you dream big, you can make it big, right? So here is a live example. Look at him. So if you are working with 5 people, that's okay. 5 can become 500 if you are determined enough. So keep doing the good work, and we can take inspiration from leader like him. First time he spoke about his journey, and you can say how beautifully he explained everything. In the room itself, I can see there is a pin drop silence. People are not looking at the phone. They're listening to the story. So amazing. I'm really thank you, Rakesh Bhai. Thank you so much for coming here, and thanks for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Rakesh Bhai, be here. We need to honor you also. Wait a moment.
Thank you so much for listening to me, because this is my first experience sharing my thought. I'm a little bit reserved guy didn't discuss much on this one. But yes, now time has come. He always say that, "Rakesh, you come out and discuss your whatever you've done in your life." But I started my journey as a porter, one of the Mumbai airport, and then joined the Navy, and that's going on. But every time I look for something else. Reach on one mountain, another next one. Whenever I get weekends, I always look for one night track, 2 days track. That's my hobby. Every time whenever I go Bangalore, around 7 years spent in Bangalore, take a lot of friends together, cycling from Chandigarh to Shimla. That's kind of hobby I have. So stay in with the environment, enjoy. That's wonderful things. So that's kind of hobby. So I always request everyone, stay fit, stay safe. That's my advice to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rakesh. So we all, if you've heard, mountains make us humble. So we can see that in his character, in the person he has become. So thank you so much, Rakesh.